Are you tired of getting offline? Well, I have the perfect base design for you. This is the Frustrator, and though it looks very beautiful and tanky, it's got a lot of hidden secrets and features I added to make it perfect for your straight wipe as a solo. It's expensive enough where you can easily afford it as a solo, but if you're a trio, this will be easy to afford and you can just worry about your wipe. So I made a short on this earlier. Stop losing all your loot to offline raiders and instead build this. So if you want a tutorial on how to build this base, please leave that in the comments. But I decided, since I saw so many comments wanting me to build it, I'd give you what you wanted and actually build this beauty. I'm not gonna lie and say the Frustrator was my design, because as everybody knows, the Frustrator is one of the most original, or one of the OG Rust builds. I just decided it would be a great idea to make it even better in Strayed, the starter. So you don't have to build the footprint, but I already did, just to show you what it should look like. So let's give you an aerial view right here. That is the starter blueprint that you're gonna wanna put down if you want to just make it less chaotic. But let's get into the starter. So the starter is just going to be a triangle 1x1 with a square airlock that looks a little bit like this. And then you're going to want to put a door right here. Obviously, fill in the roofs and put your door on. Make the door face in just so it's even harder for raiders to raid. So just so you guys know, all these garage doors that I'm putting on now, you don't have to put on. I'm just putting this so I don't have to come back and do all of this later. Then you're just going to want to put your TC as far back as possible. Beauty, right on the line. Then you're going to want to put a single door and put the door on. Put it in so it's less chaotic to open, and then fill your doors with locks. And you don't have to lock the TC because this ain't Rust. Okay, you can put any deployables you want in your starter, like 4 furnaces against this wall, or you can put a half wall, put boxes up and down, and then furnaces on this wall, or you can put your workbench and research bench. Either way, I'm not going to do it because it's customizable for you. Expanding off the starter is very simple. All you're going to want to do is make sure you have the wood, because you are closing yourself in. I feel like I should tell you that. Make a little jump up here. And the reason we don't make this half walls is because now you can do this and not worry, because garage doors are great, but you can also do this with any door. Just make sure you have the frame and door built so that you can build this. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of honeycomb, because everybody loves honeycomb. So it's going to be the exact same on the opposite side, but you're just going to want to wall in. Completely wall in this one, the closest one to your jump up. If you could help me, subscribe. Thank you, chimps. Just so you know, the button's right down there. Click it. I said click it! Okay, so now you should have a little star like this. Then you're just going to want to hop up. Usually you would build a jump up, but this is straight, so all you do is this. And it's very simple. Then you're just going to roof off everything but this, because this is going to be your jump up. I'm just going to build that now. Okay, so you don't need to leave that open because the entry to your 3rd floor is like right there. Now, since it's beautiful straight, you don't need to put this half wall. You can either just jump up by jumping, or put the furnaces, which I'm actually going to do now. Boom. Okay, so now you're going to want to add your double door. The Frustrator design I picked to choose was from Zypic, his 2025 version. So, just so you guys know, it is based off of that one with a little bit of strayed beauty into it. So, if you're wondering why it sounds familiar, or if you want my head, then I just wanted you to know that it is his design, but I'm just making it in strayed. So this is part of a beautiful series that I'm going to be doing, which is taking a Rust build that is great, but making it way better and meant for strayed. So this series is going to be awesome. I'm going to take the Rust builds you want me to make, but make them into strayed. So I forgot to mention this, but on each of the triangles from the jump bump, you're going to want to put 2 door frames facing outwards. The next step is just going to make the jump up to the next floor. Again, I'm going to be using furnaces because I feel it is a much better use of space, just like so. If you want for some extra protection, put a doorway here. Now, this is your roof access, so what we're going to do is put a window here, roof off everything else, and here, this is what it should look like. It looks a little bit off, but we're going to fix that by adding some bulk, by adding the next layer of honeycomb, just after I actually finish it off, because I can't leave a build half done. A half wall here, just like so. if you don't have this jump up here, when you're getting up, you could be shot by the 3rd floor. This has as protection, also a steeper angle to shoot at your front door, which are going to be located at that triangle and that triangle. If you're enjoying my VR content, you guys should go check out my 200 days series, which I'm currently doing. Okay, so you're going to want to place all your doors. I'm going to not use garage doors because the whole point of these is to have swinging outdoors. You're going to place all the doors I'm going to do here inwards. Place a garage or double door right here and face the big part inwards, just like so. So this is what the 2nd floor should look like. You're gonna want to add a door here. For now, you can just put a double door, but just so you know, this part of the shooter floor will be blocked off until you get your hands on garage doors. So you will eventually need garage doors for this build. On the opposite side, we're going to do the exact same thing, but just forget about this block right here. 2 windows straight across from your jump up and a roof onto here. Then, instead of the 3 doorway again, we're going to add 2 more doors and then fill in the roof. These are going to be your starter peaks as well as your doors to your open core. Okay, so it is not letting me place this door for the life of it. I don't know what's happening. This is exactly what it should look like. I'm going to do a 360 and a top view. So it should look like 3 stories, just like this. It's going to look like a tower and a little bit flimsy off the start, but we're going to fix that by adding some honeycomb. You're going to want to fill these in with window bars, but I'm going to do that after. So now, you're going to head back to your core by jumping up here if you're outside your base, coming down to your core and upgrading everything around here to metal or stone. You can do this as early on as you want or as late on as you want, so make sure to upgrade it to as much as you can afford or would like to completely finish this floor, or you're gonna leave this tower very vulnerable, because all it is 1 layer to your TC. But we need to fix that. Oh wait, no, the TC is in here. It is literally 1 layer to your TC, and the first thing we're going to do is add the 2 entrances. To add the 2 entrances, you're going to do square, triangle, square. This is going to be your bedroom, your jump up with your furnaces to the middle core. Half wall right here, 2 full walls all the way up, so it should look a little bit like this. Then you're going to add a window right here, a half wall up there. You're going to want to put a doorway there, and this is very important because this will lead you into finishing the circle, so it's a complete circle. Double door frame leading out on both sides. You want hop in here. This is a very hard way to do it. You can climb inside and go inside out, but we're gonna place a platform here just to get in, 1 right above you. So, okay, now that we have this, what we're gonna want to do is box this side in and this side. So it should look So it should look a little bit like this. This might be a little bit complicated, so you might need to slow it down. It should look a little bit like this. Now, what you're going to want to do is add 2 jump ups just like so. Then you're going to want to put a single doorway right here and a normal wall on that. Finish it off with a roof and a door right here. You can put whatever you want in these 2 boxes, but I went with the bedroom route. You can do like furnaces or more storage if you don't care about having a bedroom. That is the shell for the bedroom and the jump up. This is what's going to connect to your entrance. Copy that to the other side. Same as the other side. Just make sure the window on this side and that side. So it's a little bit opposite. See, like on this one, it's right there. And on this one, it's right there. So it's just the opposite. I'm not going to do this in my build because you don't need this much storage, but what you can do, so if you want a little bit extra storage, you can have crates and stuff underneath. Your base is going to look like this. This is the front, that is the back. So it looks a little bit goofy, but we're not done. This stage you have to do in its entirety, or else it will not work. Then, you're just going to honeycomb this. So now, your backside should look like this, but we're not done this level. We're going to move on to the front side now, or the back side of the base now. So the back side is a little bit different. So this is your TC, so we got to protect it. So we're going to honeycomb this right here. Now, so you're only going to honeycomb 1 floor here. And now, you're just going to fill it in. with roofs. So it should look a little bit like this. Now, to make sure that this is also honeycomb as well as a storage room, you're going to want to put a half floor right here and a half floor right here. Then you're going to want to seal yourself in. It may look like you're trapped, but all you do is you just jump up to here and you're safe. Continue walling that in, and this is going to be your jump down to the 5-box storage room. Then you're going to want to do the exact same thing to the other side right here. You can put whatever you want in these. You could take out this and put a ton of furnaces, but I'm using it as box because I feel like you need more storage than furnaces. You're gonna roof it off, and it should look a little bit like this. So now you can do this even before adding the doors, but you're just gonna add windows just like so, completely filling in the base, allowing no one to get in. Obviously put window bars, you goof. But now, the base should look a little bit like this. I don't know why I forgot to do it here, but it should look like this, with the other half looking like this. The front of your base should look flat right now, and that is okay. So the front of the base is basically done, so let's finish off the back. And to do that, we're gonna add even more honeycomb. Now, every triangle you see here is just honeycomb, so you can go ahead and fill in the honeycomb all the way to the second floor, just like that. I'm gonna do that to the rest in 3, 2, 1. The inner wall, you're going to want to put half wall so that you can put your crate right here. You only need to do this for one, unless you want to fit 2 here. But, you know, boom. So now that should look like this. It looks weird. Almost like a big nose. But we're going to finish this off by just adding 2 walls like so. This is honeycomb, but also a storage system right here. A floor just like so. These are going to be another 6-box loot room or furnace room. One of these I'd turn into a furnace room. If you really want to focus on farming with furnaces, you can make each of these a 12-box furnace room. So, cover it up, and now that your base is fully sealed in and in the complete form of the Frustrator, now we're going to work on the entrances. I hope that wasn't too complicated. It seemed like that to me because it's a very complicated design, and I tried to make it as simple as I could for Straight, but Straight is still a little bit goofy. Okay, so now that you have this on the front side of your base, you're going to want to make the 2 identical entrances. And to do that, triangle, triangle, triangle. So you could put the doorway here or here to both the windows facing the least covered side, which is this side, because this side has covered from the top. So I thought it'd be better if you have a way to cover your outside over there. Then you're going to put your front door right here, a wall here. In Rust, they put a window here, but I decided not to because if you walk in your door and someone's door camping you, they can just shoot you while you're in your entrance, and they can go over and grab your loot. So I decided to make 2 separate areas, one entrance, one shooter doorway. Then you're going to want to put double door frames here to make it a little bit easier to walk through it and fill it in. You don't have to put this doorway here, but I thought an extra airlock couldn't hurt, right? So face the doorways out for a little bit extra protection from that side as you're getting out of your base, as well as putting this one out for a little bit of extra protection, and then you can close that and get an edge on your enemy. So now that you have this, you're going to put your window bars in. Make sure your doorway is facing out for even more protection from your blind side, which is this side. So it works perfectly because the door opens out and you get a little bit extra room. I'm going to do a little speed run and do it on the total opposite side. 3, 2, 1, go. Bada bing, bada boom. You got 2 entrances down, and they're very effective. Let me tell you, this is one of my favorite entrances designed because you already got a door camper denial system right here. The only way they can door camp you is by going right here and shooting you like so. But the doors open like this, so if they try and shoot you, they can't. Now that you know they're there, you can either wait them out or head to your roof, which has a built-in denial system for any weirdo that tries to shoot you at your front porch. This base design is so good for offline because of all the layers you have to get to the TC, but it's also so good for just using it if people are door camping. Online raids are easy with this thing because you got peaks everywhere. Inside peaks, and it's just a tank, so it's gonna be hard to raid no matter what. Okay, so you might think the base is basically done, which it is. Okay, so you can put whatever items or boxes or crates or whatever you want in these areas right here, but let me just show you how to finish off the bedrooms.
But you're gonna want to put 2 half walls right here, so you can put a door here, and it makes it so you can have boxes, extras, so it makes it so you can have extra box space basically. So
You're gonna wanna go ahead and do that if you want extra room. And seal it off so they can't take your boxes from this room. And now, you also have space under here. You can cover it up or do whatever you want. I'm gonna leave that. Just so you know, you can fit 3 boxes in each of these. So you don't need to add half walls here, because this is already a half wall. And you're gonna want to put the triangle just like so. But 2 of them can easily fit, so I'd place them all the way to the back, just like so. And see how there's a lot of space? So now you can grab them from the bottom and then just rush out your entrance, or you just have an extra bedroom for respawns and stuff like that. You want to place your bags in here. I like placing bags like this. Makes it easier so when you respawn, you don't get you. And the whole open core floor, all of this. Why does this keep happening? There's a real bad bug in my world right now, but okay, that was a weird bug. But now that you got your full circle, you're gonna want to place in either a ton of bags all the way around the floor, which you can easily fit. You're gonna want to put every little window you see to metal or wood. Holy crap, there's 3 doors in every single... Yo. Okay, there's a weird bug happening, but you're gonna want to do the exact same thing to this side as you did to the other side. Just flip it to the opposite end there. Now you have perfect inner peaks to your front door. TC right down here, and your jump up to the 3rd floor in the middle. How could you miss it? Now you got these 2 very open boxes right here, and I'm gonna just show you how many furnaces you can fit in this one in 3, 2, 1. So now you already got 8, but we can fit 8 more. Okay, so that is your 12 furnaces, and it wasn't even that hard to do, as you could see in my video. Now, for the second box, what I like to do is the boxes, but I'm going to just show you real quick how to fit a lot of boxes, like a ton. So you're going to want to put a triangle right here. You're going to want to get your 5 boxes. I don't even know if it will work, so I'm just grab 5 just to test it. Okay, so it sadly looks like you can't fit 5 boxes in a room anymore, but 4 is perfectly fine. So you're gonna have a little bit less boxes in this base, but it's not gonna be a drastic amount. So just the new update changed it a little bit, and they still might change even more in coming updates. But the good thing is, you still got your 12 furnaces right here. Let's go, baby! Okay, now down here, you're gonna want to do the same thing with 4 boxes. I'm not gonna put that in because you've already seen me do it. It's not hard. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial and video, but we're not done, because yes, you could leave it wood, but your base would be not nearly as strong. We can double the amount it takes to raid this by just upgrading everything to stone, or times it by 4 if we upgrade everything to metal, just like this. This right here is the perfect... This right here is what I'd upgrade everything to. The honeycomb, I would make just stone, and the metal, because this is literally your boxes right here. If you want to see all the crates, they're in the review first off. So this is every deployable you're going to want to put in the base, but you're going to want to make the stuff that matters metal, and the rest of the honeycomb just stone, because it's just honeycomb, it's not for protecting anything. Do that to the rest of your base. If I were you, I would even leave the entrance wood, because it's just an entrance, it doesn't need to be that leveled up. And then the whole shooting floor can just be stone, because people are gonna have a hard time raiding down, so you don't even have to worry about that. And then the whole core, everything about the core needs to be metal if you want the maximum safety. So if you guys want to see any more tutorials, leave a comment down below. But anyways, guys, Chimplicity out.